Hey everybody, Jake here with Lawn Performance. I've got my cheat sheet of different information on tunes for your Mk7, 7.5, GTI, GLI, Golf R, basically any MQB chassis. So these prices were correct at the time I did the research, which was about a week and a half ago, and I finally took time to sloppily put this in Excel and print it out so it doesn't look like a total disaster like my handwritten copy. So this is just basically comparing cost breakdown of different options and different ways that you can go about tuning your car, and how you can save a lot of money in doing so, and how you can avoid wasting a ton of money, which I see all the time. People kind of jumping the gun and getting into a tune for their car without really researching the other options out there. So I'll post this up several times throughout the video so you guys can all see what I'm looking at, but I'm just going to kind of go through it. So I've got different categories here. The tuners are APR, EQT, Revo, Eurodyne, Unitronic, and Integrated Engineering, IE. I realize there's other tuners out there. These are the most common ones in my experience dealing with customers from all over. So the different categories we're looking at are Stage 1, Stage 2, IS38, Hybrid / Big Turbo, DSG tune in its own right, and a separate bracket for the manual guys and the DSG guys if you go straight to IS38 from stock. So foregoing Stage 1 and Stage 2 and just realizing your goal and going for it right off the bat, which getting into that, saving a ton of money. Also, there's a bracket for tune from home. It's not an option for everybody, it's optional for some, and it's included with a few of them as well. So just working our way across, if you're looking to go Stage 1 only, APR is 500, EQT 775, and that includes the access port. or United Motorsports 600, Revo 600, Eurodyne 700, Unitronic 650, and Integrated Engineering 700. So as you can see, fairly consistent across the board. APR, I've said in a bunch of videos, and I'll say it in several more after this. As far as canned tunes go, just off the shelf, plug and play, once it's on the car you leave it alone. I feel APR is top dog, and I've had great experience with them personally on my car. So at $500, if you're just looking for a software only upgrade, Stage 1, or even if you plan to do a couple upgrades but you're not worried about squeaking every last little bit of power out, APR is a great option there. If you're looking to grow, obviously some of the other options are better, and we're going to see that throughout the list here. So Stage 2, APR no longer offers that, so that's NA for their category. Add 100 to EQT. Stage 2 is included with your $600 tune. It's only $50 more with Revo. Eurodyne, it's included with their $700 tune. Unitronic wants an extra $150 to jump from Stage 1 to Stage 2. Or $750 if you just go straight to Stage 2. And Integrated Engineering is going to get you for an extra $100 whether you do it right off the bat or later. So $800 for Stage 2 with them. For an IS38 tune, just to upgrade from APR Stage 1 to IS38 is $250, or $750 if you go straight there. EQT, $500 additional cost for a Pro tune for IS38. As of, as far as I know, they haven't released a canned or off-the-shelf tune for the IS38 yet. So you're looking at $1175 from EQT. It'll cost you an extra $200. Revo, it's $200 more than Stage 1, or $150 more than Stage 2. They're at $800. Eurodyne, it's included. This is where Unitronic really starts to not make sense at all. Aside from them being way low on power from all the other options, it's $800 to go from stage 1 to IS-38, or $1,200 total just to go straight to IS-38. So huge difference between most of the other options. And integrated engineering also getting pretty expensive with this jump. $450 additional on their base tune, which brings it up to $1,150. So hybrids, not a real common playing field for the big turbo, but the actual full frame big turbo from APR, the BorgWarner EFR, is $5,100. But that's a full frame ceramic ball bearing BorgWarner turbo. It's not just a based on OEM hybrid. So that's including hardware, software, everything you need. So kind of the oddball out on that. EQT, just tuning, $500 additional for a hybrid, because that's a pro tune. So plus $400 to $450. Revo, not available. Eurodyne, $800, which is, they're not very clear on their website, but I believe it's only a $100 upcharge on top of their, I think it's called AirLink setup for big turbo tuning capabilities. Unitronic is not available, and also not available from integrated engineering. So here's the steps where I divided up straight to IS-38 for manual and DSG. Now I've kind of already spilled the beans on what it costs to go straight to IS-38 when we went through that category for the manual guys, but for the DSG, obviously it's going to be a more expensive step tuning wise, because you're foregoing having to replace the clutch and gaining that torque holding ability with just software. So from APR to go straight to IS-38 is a new customer. If you're wondering why it says new in that category when you see this picture, $750 for the manual guys, $1,250 for DSG from APR. From EQT, $1,175 for manual and $1,675 for DSG. $800 to go straight to IS-38 for the manual guys, and $1,400 for DSG. Revo, $800 for manual and $1,500 for DSG. From what I remember when I did the research, there are tiers to the DSG tune, so that $1,500 is because you're getting their higher clamping force IS-38 compatible tune for the DSG. For Eurodyne, we're looking at $700 for manual and $1,500 for the DSG guys. Unitronic, again, just outrageous power to dollar amount here. $1,200 for straight to IS-38 for manual guys, and $1,900 for DSG. That is insane. I've seen a lot of people go down that road and give up that $2,000 plus once you add tax to it, to completely ditch that and go EQT. So I can't stress enough how, there's no recommendation for Unitronic coming out of Bond Performance. Integrated engineering, $1,150 for manual and $1,750 for DSG. So I'm not sure how Integrated sells any tunes, when if you're comparing their numbers to EQT, they both require a tune from home solution, and you're within $25 for manual guys and $1,750 versus $1,675 for DSG. You're splitting hairs, and EQT is going to be a custom tune catered to your mods exactly, where IE, it's just a canned off-the-shelf tune. So huge difference in performance capabilities and flexibility as far as fueling and all that, and not much difference in price. So the last category here is tune from home options. APR doesn't offer one. EQT is included. UM is a $450 option. Revo not available. Eurodyne, it's $800. Unitronic is $150 option and included with integrated engineering. So with Eurodyne's $800 option, that's going to be a fully self-tunable solution. So while that might seem like a lot, it's the most capable tuning software that you as the end user have full control of. There are some guys that do tune Eurodyne, and for a small fee they'll basically pro tune the car for you using that Maestro software, which can be a great option if you're somebody looking to get the most out of your setup and you don't necessarily want a cob access port for whatever reason, or don't want to spend as much money all at once. Maybe you want to spread it out a little bit. You can also tune Maestro on lower end tunes and higher end tunes. So Maestro isn't just limited to the IS-38 or the IS-20 or whatever. You can go as big as you want. The sky's the limit. So Eurodyne with Maestro and EQT are going to be the only two on this list that are supporting basically a limitless tuning capability. Where the difference lies is EQT, you're going to have Ed and his guys write you a tune, and Eurodyne, if you're capable of doing it, you can do it yourself. Or if you just need to do some tweaks to the file, you can do that yourself. If you want to try out, experiment with a couple degrees of timing here and there, that's something that's available for you to do. So I'll post pictures of this at the end of this. I've been meaning to do this video for a long time, and hopefully this satisfies what you guys are looking for as far as kind of a basic overview of what your options are. If you guys have watched any of my videos before, you know that APR and EQT are my go-to recommendations for people. I haven't seen a negative experience out of any of my customers. For those of you wondering what I'm talking about with my customers, Bond Performance, I build exhaust and intercoolers for these cars. Not to do too big of a sales plug, I'm genuinely just trying to help you guys make the most of your tuning purchase here. I don't do any tuning. I'm not a dealer for any of these brands. I'm just an enthusiast that wants to see everybody get the most out of their car. Bond Performance is a side thing. I'm at my aviation job right now and just kind of hanging out on break. But I appreciate you guys watching, anybody that's stuck around this long, and would really appreciate it if you subscribe, likes, comments below, tell me what you think. We can always do a second revision to this video, add a little more insight where it's needed. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.